Hey guys, we are live. Let's see, we got must have Sinfuls on here already. We'll see how many other people get on here tonight. We got a lot to talk about tonight. There's a lot of stuff going on in the Philippines. We had a lady down the street here that was scammed out of a half a million pesos, which is a lot for a Filipino to withstand, and it was like a life savings thing. And they stole a half a million pesos off her. Really, really bad, terrible thing happened. Let's see, who do we got on here tonight? We got Thomas Robson already waiting for the clock in for work. Okay. Sounds good, Thomas. Welcome aboard. Yeah, we have a lot of people that listen to us out there. What they do is they put us on their podcasts and they put us in their toolbox. We have a couple of guys that are here's a mess because I was laying down earlier. We have a couple of guys that are machinists and they work back home. They were talking to me this week and they put me in their toolbox and they watch and listen in their toolbox. Some of them work weekends and stuff like that, and during the weekdays they watch me during the week too and listen to the me talk or whatever. It's quite interesting. But one of the guys was telling me he works weekends at a machine shop, and he was telling me he always listens. It's kind of cool. Anyway, yeah, Craig Jordan is on board. We got RLV on board. He says, "Good PM, Steve." Sinfuls is on, and Thomas Robson. I'm a mechanic. There we go. Cool. Um, but yeah, this lady was scammed out of half a million pesos. I'm sure it was probably, she didn't tell me because she was so upset about what had happened. I seen the family crying, and I asked them what's wrong, and then they told me what had happened, and one of them was so upset that they took off, I guess, and was even considering something really bad. I won't even get into that because it's a family matter. But half a million pesos. Wow, for somebody that's poor, that's a lot of money. And I thought that was kind of terrible that that had happened to them. So we had 23 people on board already and 7 thumbs up. Thank you guys. But I just want you guys to be aware when you guys get like, if you, let's say you go to BPI, or you go to BDO or any of these banks out there, be sure when you get any text or anything, just don't pay any attention to them. If you want to check up on them, they're not going to send you any text. They said, so don't worry about that. Also, the same goes with like Gcash and stuff like that. They don't send you text. You can call them and ask them, "Hey, what's going on?" I got an email through the mail saying, or text or something like that. Don't usually it's a scammer, and somehow some of these people are inside working on the inside, getting all the information, and then they have ways of scamming money out of you. They tell you that they're going to close your account tomorrow if you don't get back to them, and you got to send this code or whatever. Be careful on all that stuff. Be really careful. I can't state that enough because after watching this here, a half a million, I had $400 ripped off out of me, um, and this was a while back, and it was kind of upsetting. And it was actually tied to something that the bank had just sent me through an email the day before. And when I asked the bank about it, I says, "Well, it's kind of your fault because you sent this out." And I says, "These people are so knowledgeable about this stuff that they even know that you sent that to me." So I says, "It's obviously an inside job." They didn't want to say that. Of course, they don't want to say it's an inside job. Who wants to say that? That's embarrassing for the bank and everything. So, but they wouldn't give me my money back. And the same day that I was there, I seen probably like about 3 people talking to the people there, and they had all gotten scammed too. And it's a bit concerning when you hear that. There's nothing you can do. And when I asked the lady just recently, when I was telling her, I says, "I'm thinking about starting to use the account again, but I'm kind of afraid." I says, "If I take off anything that has to do with online banking or ATM card, if I take that off and any money disappears from there without me coming into the bank and withdrawing," I says, "Are you people, is there any chance that that money can get stolen?" And she says, "Yes, sir." And I says, "So," I said, I'm a little bit worried here because now you're telling me that my money's basically not safe." And she said, "Yes, sir." And I was like, "So my money is not safe?" She goes, "No, sir." And I'm like, that's kind of scary to say something like that. So we got ROB says, how was the get together? We actually had a great get together this week, guys. I think we had about 25 or 30 people there. I'm not sure, somewhere around there. It seemed like about 25, 30 people. We had a good little group going. Um, let's see. John Fetchko is on board. He says, "Hi from the Space Coast." Must be Cocoa Beach. Thomas Robson says, some time ago, someone hacked my PayPal account and it was linked to my bank account and got 500 out of it. PayPal returned my money. That's cool. You know, when stuff like that happens, that's cool when they take care of you. But it's scary when they go into your account and they grab that money. Sep 315. Hey Stevie, my Volkswagen lover. How's it going? I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I was actually looking at a Volkswagen online the other day for I think it was like about $1,200. It was kind of a beat up old Volkswagen, but it was kind of nice for Volkswagen Beetle. But with no air conditioning, you kind of suffer. You know. Sean Van Ninja. I plan to come to the Philippines, but there are so many scams. It was just part of the culture. It's the top 10 countries to be scammed. Yes, it probably is. Um, it's almost every day you hear of a scam going on over here, and once you get used to living over here, you kind of get used to getting all these things online all the time. It's sent to you. And I just don't even pay them any mind. When I see something from Gcash, I don't even have Gcash, and people are sending me scam texts, and I don't have Gcash, which is really funny. Craig Jordan, so they're fishing out there. Craig Jordan says street smarts is essential in the Philippines. Consumer protection is not well developed here. No, it's not. Not so crazy. John says, "Hi, Steve. How you doing?" John Babcock says, "Your meeting restaurant place." Let's see. Your meeting restaurant place must really be happy to see the group. We're always happy to see the group. We have an excellent group. We had a lot of new guys show up this time. We got Thomas Robson. What ticked me off with whoever had to change my PayPal account language preference to non-English language. That would have been a red flag to them because for over years it had been set to English. Yeah, that should let them know, and it tells you, that somebody probably who's Spanish and knows the language or whatever language it was, you know, um, is just gonna rob the account. I try to not have a bunch of those accounts. I use certain accounts and I stick to those. And I don't like using these Pay Maya or Gcash or anything. I rather pay cash, and that's just the way I am. And as soon as the money hits my account, I take it out because I want it in my hands. I don't want it in the bank's hands now because of all this stuff. I'm afraid that somebody's gonna go in there and try to steal it. And it does get kind of concerning sometimes. And let's see, Crypto Mikey says, "Hi Steve, I need your help on a question. Would you rather watch a tree grow or a knee grow?" I don't really think that that's a good joke, buddy. Um, let's see who else is on here. Let's get some more questions on here, guys, and preferably not stupid stuff like that. In fact, that guy should be banned from the channel now if he wants to do racist comments on here. So, Mikey, you're gone. I want to take care of that sinfuls. Get him kicked out of here. If he goes back on there again. Tom Pear, hey, you skipped my comment. I did. It's not on here. Tom, it's not on here. I don't see it on here anywhere. So I didn't skip it. It just didn't pop up on my thing for whatever reason. It's not on my thread. So if you want to rewrite it, Tom, we'll do your comment. Sean Van Ninja, true story. I was scammed for 2K by a girl in the Philippines. I reported her to Gcash, and they straight up told me that they were banning my account, not hers, because I gave scammer money. Beware. Yeah, they kind of treat you like you're the stupid one. You know what I mean? And what happened to me, like I said, what happened to me was they sent me something that looked legit, and it was actually from the bank. And the people that were the scammers worked with this here and said, "Hey, I'm going to work off this." And they had to know that that was going out to people because they had everything ready to send out those texts and stuff like that, and it looked legit. And I'm saying, "Okay, well, I got this email. This email did come from them." I checked the email address, and I showed the bank that, and I says, "Well, then look, then these people figured that was working. They'd make up something that worked with that, and you guys did say something on there about sending out something. So who's at fault here?" And they said, "We're not at fault, sir. You got scammed." And there was a whole bunch of people in there that day. What's sad is they don't really care. A lot of these banks don't care whether it's BPI. A lot of them don't care. Could be any bank. They warn people. We just have to be vigilant that we don't. Um, I would say don't even get an ATM card. Go in. You have to wait in line once a month to go get your money or something like that, and get a safe or whatever. Do it that way, and don't keep money in that bank account that long. That's what I recommend. I don't keep. I use it as a pass through account. The money doesn't stay in there for longer than a day. You know. Um, let's see. Tom Pear, put up your comment again because I do not see it on here. So I'm not sure why. Let's see. Thomas Robson, the live chat is sometimes worried about not posting what you type. Let's see. Craig Jordan. So what is the alternative to secure your dollars if the banks are in on the crime? Just use them as little as possible. Make sure that you set the bank up so that if you go against them, or you can hire an attorney or something like that. But I mean, it's going to cost you some money. But what I would say is, don't get an ATM card unless you're just going to use it as a pass-through account like me, where the money just goes in there and you take it out right away. I would not use an account over here for keeping large sums of money. I'd keep it back in the States or keep it in cash somewhere. Sperlin Edwards says, hello from Iloilo. Tomorrow moving to Antique. Antique is pretty nice. I've been there before. To Bugasong. Tom Pear, do you use the eSIM with your phone? And is it beneficial when you go out of the USA? Um, I don't have well, what I do, I think you're talking about like my smart SIM. It, from what I understand is I don't go back to the US, so I mean I don't use it outside the country, but I don't think it works outside the country, Tom. But as far as Magic App, that works worldwide, and I use my Magic App more than I do my my regular phone number, my Philippine phone number. The smart number. Michael, good evening, Steve. How you doing, Michael? I hope I answered your question, Tom. But I don't leave the U.S., so Michael says, "What is wrong with banks?" Everything here, everything. Sinful, even back home somewhat because they shut people's accounts down and stuff. Sinful says, Tom Pear, I guess the scam issue is another reason to be a cash only system, but us expats cannot do that with auto deposit lives. It is kind of hard. I heard China Bank is pretty decent though, and it's not a Chinese owned bank. So let's get that straight right now. A lot of guys think it's a Chinese bank. It's not. Michael L. Okay, yes. Keep the majority of your funds in Western banks or Japan or SG. Amazing last days with Michael Evans. Hi, I was wondering if you know if I can get disability evaluation here in the Philippines. Yes, you can. I don't know if you're talking about SS or if you're talking about putting a claim in for the VA. You can do both here. And actually, if you put in for a claim here, the doctors are better than back in the US, I believe, and they give you more of a fighting chance here, and they treat you really reasonable here. Back home, the VA is terrible, terrible. Not all of them. Some of them are good, but you know. Let's see. John Babcock says that what I am concerned with is an ATM eating the card. Why don't they just spit it out and say sorry? We cannot process your request. I'm not sure. I've had my ATM card eaten here, and I had to wait three to 4 days to get it back from the bank, and I did get it back. But it's best to use the ATMs inside the bank so they can go get the card for you right away. Don't use the one outside the bank. Use the one inside the bank if they have one. Go to a bank where it's inside the bank. Gary says, what particular shots, vaccinations do you think someone should definitely have before coming over just to check the Philippines out? You don't need any shots. If you want to get shots, get hepatitis if you're moving here. 16.7%, I think, of the people over here have some sort of hepatitis. RLV says BSP is intervening now to avoid the P59 to the dollar. BSP. Let's see, Samuel. Good evening, Steve. How you doing, Samuel? Welcome aboard, man. Jim Law says, how about Western Union in the Philippines? Use the US app. Load it onto your phone before you come here. Don't use the Philippines app. Use the American app to your American account so you can send yourself money over here. Memes for you says, "Hey Steve, where's my girlfriend? She is out in the other room right now. She went to the expat dinner the other day too." Sammy, Western Union works but takes time to process. Yes, but you can get it sent right away if you want to. Let me see. Sean Van Ninja, give this channel a thumbs up for keeping it real. Thanks, man. Sinful says, at John Babcock, I had that happen one time. I was using crypto debit card at Land Bank, which is a government bank, and it took it. I got it back after signing many forms. I had to sign forms too to get mine back, by the way. Sinful says, never use them again. Michael L says, BSP is succeeding. It is now down from 58.9 to 58.4. Sinful says, I got my card back in about 30 minutes. That's not bad. Mine took days. And the lady there told me from now on, use the one in the bank. Zane Underwood says, hello to all from my friends in the Philippines. It's a beautiful morning in the great Pacific Northwest, sunny and 80 degrees. Sinful says, hi, Zane. Michael L., for all you who think cash is king, remember that cash gives no rewards. The problem over here, Michael, though, sometimes it's worth it just to forget about the rewards rather than get ripped off, because when you're ripped off once, you're going to lose more than that reward money. Craig Jordan and Gary, make an appointment with the travel nurse in your country of origin before departing. Zane Underwood says, hey, Sinfuls. Mike D, Steve, you said no swab. Should I delete the app while I'm there, or is it okay? You can leave the app on there, but I wouldn't be using it over here because I'll know you're here. I'll probably just save up and wait to do business whenever I visit the US. Sorry. Tom Pierce, as far as shots go, if you go to your local health department, they will tell you and give you what shots you need according to what country you will visit, and they will be on a yellow CDC card. Yeah, that's good to have, just in case something ever happens, and you need to show that card or something. At least you got the shots if they have an outbreak or something. Steve McBaron, especially in today's world. Steve McBaron says, if I keep money in Chase and swab half and half, can I lock both cards? But suppose they would still transfer, keep under $200 in ATM account at BDO, disregard all messages, look up phone number and call. You could lock your accounts. You can lock your ATM. See, I have a locking mechanism on my ATM for back home, and I can lock it and then turn it back on when I want to use it, which is good. Mike Volta says, hi, Steve. We chatted earlier from Atlanta, Georgia, living here in Armida, not used to be a city dweller, but finding it fun. Hello to Sinfuls and to all. Hope to meet soon. We just had a meeting the other day. We had a great little get together. Craig Jordan says, but more honor cash than rewards. Gary says, Wise is excellent and exchange rate with them is superb. Dutch says, good morning, Steve. Hope you're getting enough sleep. It'll make your day. I don't get a lot of sleep. Smiling Eyes, FYI, I just returned from a 3-week trip to the Philippines, Manila, Southern Leyte, Davao, South Cotabato. At no time at the airport was I asked for confirmation of my e-travel QR code. Yeah, sometimes they don't, but it's good to have it done. Sinful says, I take out cash from the ATM each month from my monthly budget from China Bank ATM. I'm getting ready to open up account either Bank of Commerce or China Bank. Patrick Glenn, the Hawk Tour girl is every man's dream. Mike D, Steve, is there a place I should be looking to settle in that's not city life, but not all the way in the province, like a happy medium, nice place with a private pool, maybe even gated community. There's a lot of gated communities around here, and right around here, it's like in the middle of both worlds. And out where Sinfuls is, it's kind of nice out there too, but you pay for it, you know. Craig Jordan says, return to the old ways. Keep your cash under your Philippine mattress. I don't know about that, but Sinful says, Mike D, look at New Valley area. New Valley's nice. My area is nice if you're looking for cheaper. Where Sinful lives, it's a beautiful area, but if you don't have the money to spend, I wouldn't move out in that direction. But it has everything you need. Sammy, just purchased my ticket. We'll be there August 6th. Woohoo. Zane Underwood. Yeah, how was the dinner on the 27th? We had a great bunch of guys there. I bet you guys had we did. We had a really good time. John Previtt says I can keep most in savings checking I pull from. I can move from one to another 3 times a month. Chaz says, "Is Laguna a decent place to live?" Yes. Thomas Robson, I like the convenience of city living, but I don't like anything else about city living. That's the way I feel. John Babcock says, "Is it possible to get a guy to put a safe in a closet in cement?" Sure, yes. But I'd have somebody from out of town do it. I wouldn't have somebody from in town do it because they're going to tell everybody you got a safe. That's just the way people are here. A lot of Mary Tess. John Fetchko says, "What VPNs work in the Philippines?" Almost all of them work in the Philippines. You can get Tunnel Bear. There's a lot of other VPNs. Almost all of them work here. Sinful says, "At Taz, yes, Laguna is nice." And he also says, "At Fetchko, yes, they do." And he says, "I use Express." And then Michael says, "John, private internet access." Let's see. Memes for you. What job does your girlfriend have? My girlfriend, I don't have her working right now, but she works as a therapist, physical therapist. Um, let's see who else. Tom Pierce says it has been in the hundreds with high humidity here in the Carolinas. I stay out in the heat with no AC to get my body ready for the time in PI in Thailand. It's gonna feel like you got the air conditioner on over here, Tom. Memes for you. Wow, cool. Um, yeah, I don't know how you guys are dealing with the heat because we're not hot over here at all lately. It's a little sticky and humid, but the Carolinas. I mean, I lived in Charleston, South Carolina for many years when I was in the service, and it always seemed hotter and muggier there, even than here. I think, you know, and that's from my childhood, when I was just a kid. I was like 17 years old when I went in the service. Thomas Robson says, "Would VPN hide that you're in the Philippines when you're using your smartphone and a child swab app?" Some they figure it out. Once they know they have a way of figuring out if you're using a VPN or whatever. They like to see a steady this coming from the same place all the time. I would just be careful. I wouldn't use swab over here at all because I'm telling you right now, they're gonna find out. They always do. Everybody that I know of that has just about everybody. There's a few exceptions because some people go back and forth. And if you're going back and forth, most of the time it's okay because if you use it when you're back there and you use it over here and you use it back there, they're looking for like a certain amount of time using it over here. You know, um, Zane Underwood says, "You guys heard from Rich? We have. He's actually doing good. Um, he's doing great." Simple says, "Zane Underwood, yes, we Chad. He is doing great and very happy. Rich is in Thailand and he loves it over there. He loves photography and stuff like that. And he just loves the place. So we're gonna go up and see him probably in January. I think I'm gonna go there and see him, see how he's doing. ROV says, "Steve, they might not know what Marites means. Marites is like gossip. The word gets out." Zane Underwood, right on, Sinfuls. Mike Vultures, yes, a lot of goods and bads about city living, but we escaped to Cavite, Cavite once a week. That's where I live. Tom Pierre, how large has your expat community grown due to your show? It's kind of steady actually. We have about 260 people. Some of the people we don't know if they moved because we don't hear from them anymore. Some people moved back to the States. Some people moved south. We have about 260 people that I send out messages to. I have a big book full of them, and I have like a bunch of people that I know that have gone in the past, and I send to them also. It's about 260 to 280 somewhere around there, and it might even be a little bit more than that now. I haven't counted in a while, but it's a lot of people and a lot of good people too in that group. Sinful says Mike Voltage. That's why I like living here in New Valley. It's like rural life, but city needs so near. The thing the thing about the group of people that we have is we only have like probably anywhere from 25 to 60 that show up at any given time, and that's still a good amount. you know a lot of guys have moved other places, like Rich went to Thailand. We have a guy in India right now. He's coming back here though. We have another guy that went back to the States, and when he got back there, he said he regretted moving back. Now he wants to move back here again. Um, we have him. We have another guy, Bernie. Bernie's over in Germany right now. We have a lot of people that go home kind of 50-50, but it's not their intention, but they had to go back for different reasons. We have a lot of golfers here. Um, Dave Wilson is the place you live in called Tracy Montera's? Yes, it is. Let's see. Michael says Schwab has a list of IPs that public VPN own. My advice would be to set up your own VPN with Amazon, AWS, or DigitalOcean. Either that or use AWS to set up a virtual PC with a US IP address. Michael knows all this stuff. He's pretty good with the tech stuff. So, David Hess, good morning, everyone. Mr. Smiles, message deleted. Let's see. John Babcock, your live stream just went into a commercial advertisement on me. That's funny. Um, let's see. If you guys watch the ads, right, that helps the channel. The only money we make is off the ads. So Sinful says, Mr. Smiles, please, we don't even discuss this or say his name. Exactly. Tom Pear, wow, I just got 2 commercial ads during the chat. That has never happened. That's weird because I didn't set up anything any different than usual. That's something new that they're doing then. Mr. Smiles, I'm not starting drama. If you talk about him though, just don't. We don't even discuss that name because the guy's attacking everybody. It's not just me, and the guy's kind of we don't talk about it. Sinfuls, Mr. Smiles, yes, I appreciate that. Bringing up is upsetting, but thank you. Hayden in the Philippines. Hello, sir. Might inquire what kind of music do you play on your harps? I play the blues, and a little bit of rock and roll. But given a microphone, no telling what will come out. Yeah, I'm looking to get a good microphone. About 4 or 5 thousand pesos. I actually have one sitting in my cart. Michael L says Taz Hilton by the airport or Conrad by Moa. Mr. Smiles, he said he was going to. Steve, are Michael Onset and Mary Rose still assisting with Michael Onset does not do SRV applications. Michael only does insurance, health insurance. Okay, and he does all types of insurances, but Mary Rose is still doing SRV applications, and I help with that too. If you need help with that, you can email me at steven5975@yahoo.com. A rhino in the Philippines. Hi from Nashville. I will be back in March. Hope all is well. Tim 4462 arriving in 6th January, and I will be going to use your driver for SRV on the 7th. Okay, man. Just make sure you give me, Tim, give me a call as soon as you have everything booked, like your hotel and everything, and I make sure I have a number for you so I can contact you, and I'll book with Roland, and you'll be all set. Okay, and if you call me, I can give you the rundown of what you need and all that stuff, and I can give you Mary Rose's information, everything. Zane Underwood, happily watching all ads for Steve, and I just watched an ad in the live stream, and I was happy to do it for you. Thanks, man. We appreciate that, man. Michael L. YouTube is injecting ads into people's live stream now. I recommend YouTube Premium. We still get paid, by the way, if you guys get YouTube Premium. Mr. Smiles, you're welcome. I'm sorry. Just please be careful. Sinful, smiling eyes. Michael Onset is the insurance guy. Yes, that's Sinful saying that. So let's see. A rhino in the Philippines. I have 21 months till back for goods. So tired of the rat race. I can understand that, man. Sinful's got up my email address for all you guys that want to get in touch with me, or you need Mary Rose's information for the SRRB guys. We got 67 people, 33 thumbs up. Thanks, guys. Tom Pear, remember to watch a YouTube video of our 4th of July parade from Southport, North Carolina, largest in the state. Let's see, I was actually watching the debate just before this. I'm going to watch the rest of it tonight. Mr. Smile says, what do you think of Ben Newton? I don't even know who Ben Newton is. I've never heard of that name. Tom Pear, do they do any fireworks where you live? Yes, they do. Yep. They usually do it on New Year's Eve. Mike Voltage, I've been subscribed for some time, but I haven't made that many comments because I watch on TV and I don't want to mess with the remote. Okay, thanks, man. Thanks for watching. Smile and Eyes, Sinful Thanks. I had his name down, but forgot to note about the insurance. Is that Pacific Cross? Yes, it is Pacific Cross, buddy. AJ Pat, again, not going to mention politics in the U.S., but recent U.S. presidential debate was a total catastrophe and totally embarrassing for the whole world to see. Like Biden is screwed up. We try to keep off the subject of politics. Just FYI, guys, we that's one thing we don't talk about on here. And racist comments for the other guy. Um, Simple Smile and Eyes, yes, he is. Mr. Smiles, you need to get a dog. I have a dog, and Sinfuls has a dog too. Craig Jordan, troll alert. Yes. Sinfuls takes care of that. Mr. Smiles, a dog would complete you. We have dogs. Um, BT, how's the STD scene over there with women? It is a pretty big problem over there. Some places have a high rate of AIDS, so you might want to be careful, guys. You know, there's just certain places you got to be careful. You should be careful anyway, even back in the States for that matter. If, Mr. Smiles, yes, troll alert for sure. John Babcock, why don't you go ahead and take your girlfriend to Baguio for a few days, relax and get some mountain air? Has she been before? No, I don't really. I have no inclination to really travel to that many places. I'm actually going to Sikihor soon, so, um, but Baguio, I've seen pictures of it. There's nothing there that really attracts me. John Fetchko, getting fiance visa, never met her family. Lawyer thinks immigration will find that strange. Um, Maybe, possibly. There's people that get married over the internet, but it's not legal until you actually meet the girl. Mr. Duke says, "Hi, Steve, Owen, and Mr. Duke. My German Shepherd here in Albany, New York. Been watching your channel from the start. Was able to catch a live stream. Keep up the good work. Thanks and God bless." Thanks, man. Mr. Smiles, Ben Newton. I don't know who Ben Newton is, man. Zane Underwood. Well, we made it this far without any debate talk. Yeah. AJ Pat, truly, it's dark and difficult times in the United States. Truly ghastly. Tom Pear, what products do you use for spiders getting into your home or snakes around the home? It's funny you just asked about that because I just killed about 4 spiders in the past day, and we've killed those big palmetto bugs. They're about as big as my thumb, and they're huge, and we don't know where they're coming from, and we never have bugs in the house, and all of a sudden we see them. I think I found the place where they're at, but we're not 100% sure yet. And I'm going to block up that hole. I have to finish doing something around that hole and just block it all off. It's a hole in the bathroom where the pipe goes through, and it's just a little bit of a crack where I think they're getting through. Otherwise, I don't know where they're coming in. See, Mr. Smiles, he spread it in the Philippines and got into trouble. It was all over the news. Yeah, I never saw that. Never heard of the guy. Michael, it is strange to not meet a Filipina family if she is your fiance. It's kind of true, man. You should at least meet the family because the family could be a bunch of winners. And actually, we have a girl here, and her family showed up and tried to make her look like a fool. They all wanted money, or they weren't going to leave, and she didn't even want to be with the family anymore. She just kind of wrote them off. John Babcock, Sikiho would be nice too. Simple says Paul Osmond, not worried, and will not happen. Michael L. Spiders eat bugs, and cats eat mice, rats, and snakes. Actually, Michael, a lot of the cats around here died for a while from getting bit by poisonous snakes around here because we had a bunch of poisonous snakes around here. Um, Greg Jordan says we also have a piracy attack on the Philippines Navy to discuss. Yeah, that issue going off the coast here has been a big mess this week for the Philippines, and everybody's talking about it. I think we're on the brink of a war, whether it be just a small war or a small battle or something. Who knows? But I think it'll grow. Mrs. Miles, Ben Newton TV. You should check him out. Mrs. Miles, I really don't watch other channels per se. Um, I don't have the time, you know? Very rarely will I flick somebody on, and it's just by accident usually. John Fetchko, my fiance protected me from her family. Mr. Smile says he is very strange and says he watches you. That's how I found this channel. Yeah, I don't know the guy. Zane Underwood, Mr. Duke, GSD. I'm from Albany, Oregon. Craig Jordan, this dude is a troll. He probably is. It seems like it. You know, I'm kind of getting that feeling too, Craig. Craig Kerwood, hello from North Carolina. Counting down August 21st to Cebu and surrounding areas. Mrs. Smiles, I don't know what your game is here, but I think you're trying to link this guy to me, and it sounds like you're somebody else. I'm getting that feeling, so I'm gonna ask you to slow down on the things about you know what you're talking about because I don't even know this guy, and it sounds like it's somebody I don't want to know. Okay, so there you go. So Craig Kerwood says hello from. Thank you, Michael. Craig Kerwood, hello from North Carolina, counting down to August 1st. Visit to Cebu and surrounding areas. If any of you guys want to go to our things, just watch the channel from now on because I'm going to put up on the channel all the time when we have a dinner. Okay. See, Miss See, Zane Underwood says, Mr. Duke, GSD. I'm from Albany, Oregon. Craig Jordan. Let's see. Who else we got on here? We got 74 people, 34 thumbs up. Who else we got on here, guys? We had a lot of people I know that I talked to tonight and over the past few nights that said they'd be on here tonight too. Paul Osman, are you aware that 10,000 plus American military are suddenly appearing in the Subic Bay area? That's huge. I heard this 80, somebody said 85,000 Marines were brought in just recently. 85,000. Tell me that's a large amount of people. Alba Thompson, go Navy. Tom Pierce says, about what does your power bill run a month? I'm getting a rental about the size and not getting a straight answer. For me, I have my air conditioning going, Tom Pair, about probably 24/7. It was over about 5,000. Make sure you put in an air conditioner that's big enough. Better to put bigger than smaller because you'll get more energy efficiency. When I had a 1 horsepower in here, it was running 24/7, never shutting off. This one shuts off, and it actually saved me some electricity. Now, I told another guy this, and when he switched, he says he actually saved like 1,000 to 1,500 pesos a month. So it was worth the change, you know. Michael Johnson says, "I'm here. Howdy, folks. Razzie Cat Siki Horror is awesome. Great white sand beaches, and I highly recommend Cocoa Grove Resort. That's actually one of the places we're going to be going. Um, let's see. BT says, yeah, China is very arrogant with the South China Sea issue. Not good for any other countries in that area. When I saw that going on with the Chinese guys, and they're all pointing about who owns that, and they're going, China, this is belongs to China, and then the Philippines says, no, this belongs to the Philippines. They're like, no, this is China. They're a bunch of bullies, And the guy lost his finger down there because they rammed the boat, and I guess his finger was in the way or something like that. Just a mess. And when you need like 5 or 6 boats to take over one boat, you're a bully, and I'll say that publicly. I think it's really sad. I support the Philippines 1,000%. Good evening, everyone. Says I can't even really read what it says because Yulo de Winter or something like that. Craig Kerwood, get a inverter aircraft. Yeah, exactly. That's what we got. More energy efficient. Dickie Spaz, hey, what's going on, Dickie? GHB says Big Shot. If you start doing that stuff, man, and we know he's back, but we don't want that stuff on here. We don't even talk about it. GHB. Okay, so it's not. We don't even want to bring up that subject. The guys, they don't want it. Let's see who else is on here tonight. We got 78 people, 37 thumbs up. If you guys want to do the SRRB, I'm going to throw this out there just for a second. And you want to do it for free, contact me at steven5975@yahoo.com. Okay, and we will help you with that. And if you guys got any questions, you can always ask me for my phone number on that. AJ Pat, thoughts about the controversial mayor of Bamban Tarlac? Turns out that she is not a Filipino national, but Chinese national. You know, some people have dual citizenship and it gives them certain rights. So I can't speak to it because I don't know enough. John Belko, I wondered if there are any Jewish people in the Philippines. Yes, yes, from World War II. Some of the people from World War II that they accepted the Jews here. Some of them stayed behind. They got married and stayed here. So there you go. Um, yeah, I don't know who this GHB guy is, but thanks for deleting them, sinfuls. If this guy's going to talk about stuff like that, if need be, just take him down. If he seems like a troll, I didn't see what he wrote, but just take him down. Michael's got that option too to do it. Both he is too. If you guys think he's just passing our line there, then just cut him off. Leonard Marlin, we've had a brownout today going into 11 hours. Thank God the generator is working great. You know, Leonard, I'm actually considering getting a generator now for several reasons. Both to charge up a battery, and I'm gonna get a 100 watt or 200-watt solar panel, and I'm gonna get a one of those battery packs, and I'm gonna have a generator that I can recharge the battery pack at the same time. You know, um, let's see, Leonard Marlin. Hello, everyone. I guess we got a lot of trolls on here tonight trying to jump on here. So good luck to them because we got two decent guys on there right on top of it. So, but anyway, who else we got on here? We're up to 80 people, 38 thumbs up. So, but to get back to that Chinese thing, I think in the coming days, the United States is going to sign a new treaty, and it's going to go out to that area, and it's going to cover all that. And if China thinks that they're going to stay there, then I think that's gonna kickstart whatever's going to start when we sign a treaty saying that we will protect them all the way out to that line that they have with it. I forget the line that they call it, what they call it, but it's like it goes way out there, and the Chinese are not even supposed to be fishing in there or anything, from what I understand. Sinful says the children have access to computers tonight. Obviously, let's see. Leonard Marlin, good idea. Getting solar in August, very good to have. The solar, I plan on putting like a solar panel out here though, and then having something hooked into the house somehow. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it, but the generator I'll probably have hooked into the house and just have it to run the refrigerator. And I think I might get a generator enough to run the refrigerator and a small AC too. Sinful says the economic exclusion zone. There's a lot of people passing that and they don't pay much attention to it. Tom Pierce says the small Honda 2000 generators are great gas powered, but some stable gas treatment in the tank and it'll start easy anytime you want. Yeah, I have to get some of that stable stuff when I get that. I know about that. Gib King, morning, all here from Southwest Arkansas. Love all the information you give out. Stay positive. Don't let things get you down. We try, man. You know, you get a bunch of little children here in the Philippines, a lot of idiots. Craig Jordan, it is strange that the U.S. political establishment has been silent on the attack on the Philippine Navy. The 1951 treaty lines have been crossed. I don't know. I heard them talking about that, and they said that right now it just covers land. So out at sea where this stuff is happening, really doesn't. We don't cover that according to what I've heard. Tom Pierce says, "Are you will are you still contemplating wind power with your solar?" Yes, I'm definitely going to get some wind power hooked into that too. But I think I'll have the wind power hooked directly into the line. So when the power does go out, we'll still have some power. We'll just shut down certain things. Lynn Marlin, anything to save on the electric bill? Your advice has saved me 4,000 this last month. See, Leonard is talking about the if you, by getting a bigger AC unit with an inverter, it saves you rather than have a small one working round the clock 24 hours trying to keep it cool. The bigger ones are better and they save you more. You pay a little bit more for it, and it's a small amount. A rhino in the Philippines says keep that well vented when you get solar. I'm gonna keep it in the room here. I'm gonna build like a box on the wall up by the ceiling, and then you know, I'll put a fan in it. Let's see. Sunshine Shoulders, real nitty gritty. Craig Jordan, do you know all the facts of attack? Um, I don't think that's the real Sunshine Shoulders. I'm not sure. AJ Pat, John Babcock, Manuel Kazan played a big part of helping the Jews. Yes, by letting them take refuge in the Philippines at the time. The Philippines was still a colony of the United States. Actually, a lot of people don't know this, but the Philippines asked to take more, and the United States said no. That's actually a fact. The Philippines wanted to help more, and Duterte, I believe his wife or somebody in his family is Jewish blood from those immigrants that came here. Leonard Marlin, 2 horsepower split air conditioning running great since setting at 26. I have mine right on 26 too. That's where mine sits, Leonard. It's a good place to have it. And I got the ceiling fans that I showed the other day. That'll help you even more if you want to circulate the air a little bit more. It's a good thing. It helps you a little bit. You might even be able to put it on 27 and still be good. Craig Jordan, Sunshine Shoulders, real nitty gritty. I know enough. Andrew Streifer, hello, Steve from Malmo, Sweden. That's my family, the place where my family came from. They immigrated from Malmo, Sweden. Uh, Sunshine Shoulders. Let's see. Sinfuls, I have one of those big floor standing units, and it is set at 30 Celsius, and my house stays at 70 Fahrenheit. Yeah, Sinful's got a nice one, man, and it's huge. Uh, David Hess says, a standby generator is a great thing to have. I've had a 10 kilowatt welder generator for many years. Yes, you need to keep something in the gas to keep from going bad. Um, yeah, I guess the Sunshine Shoulders dude. I guess whoever's doing this keeps just changing their name and keeps coming back on here. Yeah, it obviously is not. AJ Pat Duterte's former wife, Elizabeth Zimmerman, was of Jewish ancestry, and the same thing goes with the current vice president, Sarah Duterte. Yeah, it's because they're both related. Craig Jordan Sinfuls, of course it wasn't. Yeah, I kind of felt that right away. Just the picture that it has. The yeah, the children are loose for sure, and that's why, there's so many idiots in the expat community. You know, and they might make up a small amount of people, but the sad part is they're always front and center, and they always like to take away the peace of the people here. And someday one of these guys is going to get their karma. I'll just say that. It, it, it'll be and it won't be me. They will get their karma. Let's see. Jimbo says, I love this channel for informative, but these little children trolls are giving me a headache. I agree with you, Jimbo, man. It's kind of sad that we got idiots on here like that. And to those idiots that are doing this, it's time to grow up, dude. You know, it really is. And I think I know who it is, but I'm not going to mention any names. Michael Onset loves lots of mental issues. Yes, definitely. How you doing, Michael? Good to see you on here. If you guys are looking for insurance, health insurance, Michael is on here. Michael Onstad, and Michael is really good with the insurance. He sells all kinds of insurances. He sells health insurance. I think he sells life insurance and car insurance and everything now. Is that true, Michael? See, sinfuls, Michael Onset. That would be an existing condition, right? Yeah. That's funny. Let's see. Pre pre-existing condition. Lots of mental issues. Leonard Marlin, my generator is a 10-watt diesel. Just wondering how offended I next turn it off to check the oil. I've never run it this long. Michael Onset, yes, sir. Yeah, I'm gonna get a small one. I'm not sure how small I'm gonna get. I was thinking about just getting something enough to run the refrigerator. So I'll probably need, I don't know, I'm thinking 2,000 watts or something to run a small air conditioner because I'm gonna put a small air conditioner in my kitchen. Uh, it's gonna be a real small one. It's just gonna be a 1 horsepower. So at least we have some air conditioning in the house, and we can use that also along with this one, and we can keep both rooms nice and cool. Although this one does a great job out there too. I just want to have a backup in case one breaks down too. Um, let's see, Tom P. I don't like these commercials during the live stream. Yeah, Tom, that's nothing I can really do anything about. It does. I put ads on there, and used to be that they would put the ads on once we finish the live stream. So this way here, we actually pick up. Um, we pick up a little bit more money during the live stream too, which is kind of nice. So it helps us, you know. I mean, I make decent money off this channel anyway, but I don't really need the money from the channel. I just do it to help people. I mean, if I did, you know, it's nice having that extra gravy and stuff like that, but it's not always it's not really needed. It just helps me buy I buy toys, I buy harmonicas, I buy whatever I want to buy, you know. So um let's see, we got 67 people, 43 thumbs up. Thank you guys. Let's see, we'll probably stay on for about another 20, 30 minutes here. Okay, here we go. Here's another. Let me take this guy down. AJ, AJ Pat, the ads on YouTube are really annoying, honestly. Dickie Spaz, YouTube Premium solves the commercials issue, and Steve still gets his cut. We got Slick 66 on the Good evening, Steve. I have a portable generator, tool chest, other items I like to ship for long-term storage. Do they have storage in Manila? Yes, they do. There's places you can store stuff in Manila. You just got to look them up and find them, and they're pretty reasonable too. John Fetchko, not getting ads on laptop. That's interesting. Michael, just remember this channel does we don't like you're saying, we don't do Patreon, we don't do consulting fees, etc. It is entirely ad supported. That's true. Anything, and we don't even ask you guys to like and subscribe or anything like that. Very rarely. We maybe once every 6 months or 3 months or something, we might say, "Hey, please like and subscribe." Um, I just got too many people, you know, talking about that, so I just stopped saying it. You know, because I think if people like your channel, they're gonna like it on their own. You know, we also do free consulting. You know, we open up the phone lines between 6 and 9:30 just about every weeknight. So, Tom Pierre, does anyone use propane fridge there? Um, they are great and last forever. A three-way 110-volt, 12-volt propane. This would be my idea for rural life. Actually, that's a good idea, but I don't think they sell them here. I've never seen a propane fridge, but I'm sure you can probably get them on Lazada or maybe through Amazon or something, Tom. I'm sure you can get them somehow, you know? There are camper places around here too, so you could probably get one through them. You might have to build a case for it though, you know, because it's probably one of those push in, slide in things. Craig Jordan, thumbs up for this channel. That is free too. Leonard Marlin, I'm getting 7 kilowatt solar panel system. Each panel is 340 watt hours equals 21 panels. Cost is 250,000. That's not too bad when you consider power your whole place, you know. And actually, panels have come down a little bit. Michael L, 6:30, 6 to 9:30. It's 6 to 9:30. Michael, I should have maybe I said 6:30. It was six to 9:30 p.m. Manila time on weekdays. Although some people call me on Sunday nights too, but I usually answer. John Babcock, how about a propane clothes dryer? I have I haven't seen those, but you could probably order them and have them sent here. But I don't think the electricity is really that expensive, and just I'd rather have my clothes dried outside. They're fresher. Leonard Marlin, no batteries. With batteries, 800,000. Let's see. Michael says, Goal Zero makes giant lithium ion battery that can be recharged with solar panels. You know that they're coming up with a new solar panel that works with moonlight, and you can probably look it up. I know there's a story out there about it somewhere, and I don't know if they've just invented this thing just recently, and it sounds kind of interesting because I didn't think anything could run off of moonlight, you know, but apparently it'll work. So, and it says it works almost as good as a solar panel during the day. So I found that kind of interesting. Maybe Michael knows about that. Michael's usually up on tech and stuff like that. But I heard him talking about that just recently. Craig Jordan, Hamas is striking the live stream tonight. Yeah, for sure. AJ Pessa, thoughts about upcoming 2024 Olympics in Paris? I really don't follow I'm not a big Olympics person, AJ. J Mac OTI, I live in the hurricane area. I use the Honda 200, 2,200 watts generator and the Blue Eddy 768 watts. Great setup. Yeah, we all need something to, you know, to work during outages, and we've had a few outages over the past few weeks. Kirk, I'm usually just a listener, and I like the good information that pops up during the live streams. John Fetchko, I have my electronics on Echo Flow hurricane free. John Babcock, I've seen people drying clothes for days during the rainy season. Not so fresh then. No, no, it's not. Then you can take it to the laundromat. We take ours to the laundromat most of the time during the rainy season. Um, let's see. Tom Pierce says, "Sinfuls, you are getting a workout tonight." Well, it's both him, Tom. It's actually him and Michael. Both of them are moderators on here. So thanks to both of those guys, both Michael and Sinfuls tonight for moderating because they're doing a really great job tonight, and it keeps off you know the mess that's out there waiting to try to attack people that just want to have a casual conversation and talk. And it's ridiculous that you got these 2-year olds out there. You know, um, it's a miracle that the Philippines hasn't done something to these people for what they do and what they say on some of their vlogs. I'll just say that. You know, to get back to what we were talking about with the solar panels and everything, it doesn't cost that much. You can get some really nice battery packs out there because most of the time when we have something go wrong, it's usually like a short power outage. So you really don't need that much stuff. But I would like something just so that if it is longer, I can go online, I can get Wi-Fi and stuff like that. Because I want to be able to run my Wi-Fi in my computer, and I do want to get Starlink. So if I have Starlink, I can run Starlink and still be on the computer and still have AC running and stuff like that. So that's my goal. Michael says solar panels use process called photovoltaics, which means it converts light into electricity. It will work in the moonlight only at about 1% capacity. Yeah, they got something better than that though. I don't know how it works, but they were talking about it, Michael, and it's kind of interesting. Wayne Mitchell, Will Prowse, young man who's an expert on solar, many YouTube channels and design on his page. Will Prowse. Okay, interesting. You can actually make solar panels. Somebody was telling me out of old CDs, and you wrap copper wire and you pour some stuff in there, and they work. Uh, I can't vouch for that, but that's what I heard. Leonard Marlin, yes, we take our laundry in town, and they do it for 500 pesos a week. Yeah, we also get ours done. It's actually kind of nice because they come back, they're all folded and ready to go. AJ Pat, air conditioners tend to increase prices on an electric bill, which makes it expensive. Yeah, that's true. But if you're gonna get an air conditioner, make sure it's a bigger one versus a smaller one. A lot of people think, well, I'm gonna save on the air conditioner, and that's all I need. And it ends up you start using more electricity because the air conditioner is working harder. So get a big one rather than smaller. John Fetchko, found laundry in Philippines great, but they screw up some clothes occasionally. I never had any problems. I've been very lucky with that. Michael L says the panels you are thinking of is using ra, 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 it says radiative cooling to convert the heat to electricity. Basically, a photovoltaics with a thermoelectric backup. John Babcock says the guy in my PI Dreams has like a huge bank of solar battery and backups, very high tech setup. Let's see. Craig Jordan says I'm paying about 12 pesos per kilowatts. That's about where I'm at. I'm around there somewhere. And mine just went up, so I don't know what it went up to. I forgot to check. Is that consistent with the rest of the expats? Yeah, some people go all the way up to like 17, Craig. So if you're paying 12, that's pretty damn good. Michael L says it was published in a physics journal. Sinful says John Babcock, his place is so nice. Being there, and I met him. Leonard Marlin, my nest is getting smaller. My 22-year-old moved out now. My 19-year-old moving in the dorm next August. Two down, two to go. Okay. Sinfuls, I'm at 12.6. Yeah, Sinfuls is a little bit more than us, but I know people that are paying 17. I'm not sure where they're located. You know. Let's see. Tom Pierce says I have a Renogy 300-watt panels and controller on my off-grid RV. No problems and power everything but AC. Affordable. You know, I wish people here had like old trailers and stuff like that that you could buy and rehab, but nobody has stuff like that. Nobody goes camping here or anything. They have them, but they're really hard to find. Because I remember back home, you could get like an old trailer from like the '60s or something like that, and you could rehab and make it look really really nice. And Tom, you're one that has showed me some of those before. You took pictures and sent them to me. I think it was you that sent me the place at the campground where you can rent trailers there, and they're actually quite nice when you get them all rehabbed. And it doesn't take much. You don't have to be a carpenter to rehab those things. They're actually quite easy to rehab. You need to know a little bit, but most of the stuff you can be self-taught kind of. And it's not that big to do some of that stuff. Now Michael's got the thing here about the if you guys want to read the article about the solar panels and stuff. Craig Jordan, Sinfuls, yes, 12 seems to be around the national average. Yeah, it does. That's 17 definitely skews it though a little bit probably. John Babcock's um, Sinfuls is a high budget area. Yeah, that's you definitely need some more money um, in Sinful's area for rent and stuff like that. I don't know if the prices are any more over there. I think they're probably the same as here. Sinful says John Babcock, yes, it's higher than average. You can still live over there fairly reasonable, I think. Yeah, they have places over there too. I think Sinful said there's some places in his place that go for like about 600, probably maybe even 500 a month or something. You can rent a place there, and they're in there. They're in his area. John Babcock, Sinful's high budget area. PI Dreams guy. Sinfuls, is that correct that there are places in your place for like 5 or 600? I believe I'm correct on that. I think he was telling me some of the other ones is like two bedrooms there that are fairly reasonable and cheap there. He was showing me one there. I think it was like 600. It was nice. Simple says yes. James lives in a nice community with really nice homes. I haven't seen any of his stuff for a while. That guy James. I used to have him on my thing, but I don't even think he has a. Does he still have a channel? So yes, they can be found for that price. So that's fairly decent, guys. If you're looking to move to his area, that might be something you might want to look at is something priced fairly decent. But you might have to do a little work on it to make it up to your standards. Tom Pierre, I was at that place last week, Wild Woody's Campground and Antiques. Stayed in a 1960 camper, cozy. You know, Tom, I was looking at a 1960 camper before I left, and I was saying to myself, if I stayed, I'd get something like that and live in it all summer. Michael Johnson's Music to Motion. James hasn't posted much lately. John Babcock, we are talking 50 million peso territory. Michael L. PI Dreams, one of the few Dumagetti bloggers that are decent. He doesn't blog much now that he is married with 2 kids. Simple. My PI Dreams is very active. Let's see. Leonard Marlin, a 2 bedroom here on Samal Island is about $400. Yeah, let's see. Simple says he and Lipa Michael, not Duma. He's in Lipa, Michael, not Duma. Michael Johnson says music to motion. I thought James was in Lipa City. Apparently not. Um, what was I gonna say? For you guys that are shopping around though, looking for cheaper rentals, sometimes you can get it if you can get a bunch of guys together, you can rent a whole block of like 4. You know, where if they're all new, we have 4 being built up here, and I have expats calling me trying to fill them now, and they're probably going to go for like 65 to $80. 1 bedroom 80, studio 65. Are they small? Yeah, they're small. They're studio and 1 bedrooms. I'm saying it's just a place to throw your hat and have a place to stay. If you have a girlfriend, you probably want to have 1 or 2 bedrooms. You probably want to pay more and have better. But there's a lot of guys coming in here that are on lower budgets. They're looking for the places that are 65 and $80 and stuff. And these places this is going to have a regular toilet in here. I already talked to the guy. I'm talking to him soon about doing an ad for him, not an ad, but like a video for his stuff. And if people want to rent, they can contact him. Um, Michael says, Sinful says, Michael, you're thinking of someone else. Um, let's see. A rhino in the Philippines. I will be living in Antipolo when I retire. Sinful says, I've been to PI Dream's house. He's about an hour from me. Yeah, P- my PI Dream house. He's right near Tal Volcano, isn't he? Not far from there. Right, Sinfuls? That's what I thought. Somewhere around there. He's the guy that was flying the drones and stuff. Am I thinking of the same guy? I think it is. But anyway, if you guys are interested, watch this week because I will probably do it this week or the week after when I get back off vacation. John Babcock, that expensive expat guy finds a bunch of homes to fix up and get it under 100 a month. That's what I'm saying. That's what we showed a lot of those in the past. You know, you can fix them up and you can get a really. It's just as good as what you pay for $400 in a gated community. You know, Michael L says, yes, I was so many channels with similar names. I was thinking of Philippine Dreams. Okay, let's see. Tom Pear, small places to live are a good idea. You did not move to a beautiful place just to sit inside a house. You live there to see a country and people like I do in my RV. I agree with you, Tom. You know, that's one reason why sometimes I slow down on the channel a little bit. And when I'm home, I do it, but I mean, I also want to go out and see things once in a while and slow down the channel. I mean, I'll still cover things and talk, but I might not be as quick to answer people on the emails and phone calls. Simple, yes, he is south and east of it. And Simple says, yes, that's James. Okay, so I'm thinking of the right guy then. But if you guys want cheap places, this area here has a lot of them. The good thing about this place here is there's a lot of it's forested and there's a lot of jungle around here, and it's just nice. And yet you got the city. This is the capital. Kirk, what's happening with Rich? Is he collecting vlog topics? Um, he might have a surprise for us pretty soon, and it's going to be a little interesting surprise if he does what he told me. And I don't want to take away his thunder, but he's got something going on. I think it's pretty cool. You'll see. I think he'll be vlogging pretty soon, and I think he'll be pretty successful at it too. Sinful as Kirk, he is happy in Thailand, but not no seen vlogs yet. Yeah, he doesn't have any vlogs yet. He's planning on doing. I think he's just kind of settling in, and then what he'll do is he'll start doing his vlogs. And when he does start doing the vlogging, I'll let you guys know so you guys can tune into his stuff too because he's going to have a lot of interesting stuff on Thailand. Okay, Sinful's Dicky Spaz. Yes, I really like his channel. He's very popular on his projects and finish. Yeah, the guy's pretty interesting, And I like this drone footage. He had some really cool drone footage. And he's really good. He's a really good drone pilot too. That guy. I do remember that. I haven't seen his channel for a couple. God, I think like 3 years, or more. And I remember him going out to Tao when Tao was blowing up there. And that was like the last time I saw his channel. Nothing has come up on my feed in a long time, and he did some really really good like drone footage from the distance and stuff like that. So we got 71 people, 50 thumbs up. Let's hit that thumbs up, guys. It helps get more people on here. We'll probably do like another 20 minutes here if you guys want to stay. And let's get some more questions on here from some of the newbies on here. I know we got new people on here. Let's get some people throwing some stuff up on the feed here. Let's see. John says, "Sinfuls, did you walk over his pool bridge and see the waterfall?" I remember seeing that. That guy's got a really beautiful yard. You know, if I was to ever move, I think I would do a long-term lease somewhere. You know, Simple says, yes, I did. We had dinner at his pavilion. Nice people. Yeah, him and his wife are very nice people and very they're just very mature, nice people. Good vlog, everything. I mean, and that's what we need more on YouTube. Some of the stuff that we got on, that's showing up on here is awful lately. I don't know, just a lot of garbage out there. Wayne Mitchell says expert on drones, and the guy is funny as hell. You're gonna love him. 666 says, hey Steve, you're not sure if you've heard this but a vlogger yesterday said the PRA is trying to extend the 29-day tourist visa to 59. It's not the PRA that does that. It's actually the Bureau of Immigration that does that, and they've been trying to do that for a while. They've actually, I think they've already signed it in, but it never has happened yet. That's what I heard. So, let's see. Wayne Mitchell, Ken Heron, YouTube. So I just got a guy, he just booked for January. I just saw it pop up in the corner. He's booking for January to get his SRRV. That's kind of cool. We have a lot of people that are getting the SRRV, especially if you're ex-military guys, and hear me on this. If you're ex-military, the best thing that you can do if you plan on living here is use the SRRV visa. It will cost you $3,000, right around $3,000, maybe a little bit more with a few small things. And you know, we'll help you for free. Me and Mary Rose will help you for free. We don't charge. I don't get a commission. There's people out there that's actually one of the troll channels saying that I get a commission. There's no commission, none, zip, zero. Because the PRA pays Mary Rose. They don't pay me, and Mary Rose does not give me any money because she has to pay her helper. I don't take any money from any people. The ride thing, that you pay the driver, not me. I don't get any money out of that. There's no money that I get except off the channel. So, Chris, I want that crystal clear. Let's see here. Let's see. Wayne Mitchell. Let's see. Kirk, does anyone have experience with those small Suzuki rehabs truck 4-wheel drive? Yes. Um, Justin here had bought one. He likes it. He paid about $4,000 for it, I believe, somewhere around there. And they're actually really, really nice. They go for about between $4,000 and $5,000, depends on who you talk to. And they last quite long, but the motors were not rehabbed. The whole thing itself is rehabbed, the vehicle to look like new, but it's not new. And they do a good job on it. Mr. Slick 66 says, I want the SRV, Steve, but I'll be retiring at 58. I want to wait for SS to get the discount. I don't want to pay 20,000. I get you. Yeah, as soon as you get that, let me know. AJ Pat says, gonna ask again, what's the best hotels in Cebu City have to offer for American tourists? I don't live in Cebu, so I really couldn't tell you about that area, AJ. Sorry, I can't. If somebody else on here wants to chime in on that and help you with that, maybe they can help you. But I don't know. I don't know Cebu well enough. Wayne Mitchell, cover story. Ken Heron, a drone pilot's my journey from drone hobbyist to Part 107 pilot. Ken H. I just got my Part 107. Now what? Although he was well. John Badcock. I'm ex-military. I plan on the SRRV. Just waiting for my OFW to retire and get her butt back to Luzon. So when you guys do your SRVs, make sure you come to us and we will do it for free. I'll explain to you the way everything works. You'll never hand me any money. Okay? I don't take any money. My views, your world. Let's see. I wish they would lower the age for the SRV. They had it low, but the Chinese messed it up. But I understand people abused it before. It was just the Chinese that abused it, and they really did. Gib King, how expensive is an on-demand water heater for the sink installed? It's not that expensive. I think for less than 150, you can get it put in there. I really don't remember what I paid for everything. It wasn't that much. You can install it yourself. It's that simple. Michael L. OFWs are the best. Tom BKK, new tax laws in Thailand for all expats. If you live in Thailand over 180 days, there are tax reporting issues. SRV is sounding like an option. Yeah, a lot of people are saying that, but we still got people going to Thailand, and they think that they're going to change that. So I don't know. Sinful says, give King the labor fee might be 2 to 5K depending if electric needs run. Yeah, see, it's about what I said, probably about 150 between buying the thing and everything. You can probably get it done cheaper than that if you know some people. John Fetchko, it takes literally like a half an hour to put it up. John Fetchko, just got my first ad. Okay. Sinfuls, give King $40 to $100. LOL. So yeah, that's not bad. And you can get some cheap ones. Sometimes you can get a used one and they're still not bad, but I wouldn't buy used. A rhino in the Philippines. I like to stay at Sogo motels when I'm in Manila. They are everywhere. Michael L says PRC. Why the rest of us can't have nice things? John Babcock says I've heard $250 for a complete water heater install for kitchen and shower. Huh. I don't know about that. Maybe. I've yet to see hot water heaters here in the Philippines, believe it or not. I know they have them, but I've yet to see one. AJ Pat, Tom BKK, speaking of taxes in the UK as well as on Switzerland gets expensive, you know. Tom BKK, how much is the SRV for non-military? It's 10,000 if you got a pension, okay? If you have a pension of 1,000 or more, if you have no pension, then it's 20,000, okay? And it's $360 a year then. Whereas the one for expanded courtesy visa is only $10 per year for your yearly fee. You're going to pay 360 a year. Now, some people say, "Well, Steve, that's highway robbery because I'm putting up so much money and stuff like that." It's still cheaper than paying the monthly fees, and you're a resident, so you can stay here. You don't have to leave. You don't have to do any of that, and you can get that money when you leave too, or you can leave it to your girlfriend or wife. Paul Osborne, when I came 11 months ago, I stayed at the Vivian Hotel in Lapu-Lapu, nice and not expensive. Good mattresses, very clean, get a weekly rate. John Babcock, oh, I meant on-demand ones. Let me see. Michael L., aren't Sogo hotels where businessmen meet their mistresses? That is the reputation Sogo has among every Filipino I have asked about them. Thank goodness for Hilton points. Um, Michael Johnson, music to motion. I forget. Will they count monthly dividend payments as a pension? No, they will not. It has to be a pension, strictly a pension. Okay, it has to say pension on it. So dividends, stuff like that will not count. Okay, so it has to be Social Security, a municipal, military, any of that stuff. Disability. Kirk, I don't, I don't think you pay 10K or 20K US dollars. You deposit the money in a bank account in US dollars. Yes, that's correct. Yep, it's only on deposit. You'll get that back if you leave. Homesteader, I'm a veteran living in New Hampshire and considering selling my house and moving to the Philippines. Do you travel to the States each year to use VA hospitals to stay in the VA system? No, we have a VA clinic here in the Philippines in Manila. Homesteader, if you come here, you're all set, but they only cover service connections. In fact, give me a call sometimes, Homesteader. I actually used to live up in New Hampshire too, up in Berlin, right on the line where the ski jump is, right, actually right behind the ski jump. Um, you don't have to leave here to stay in the VA system. I'm in the VA system here. Okay. Tom BKK, how long to process a non-military SRRV? Same time as the military visa? Yes, it's the same. They're all treated the same. There's no difference between the two as far as processing. And Simful's got up my email address for you guys. We're gonna be ending this in about 5 or 10 minutes. Okay, so if you guys got any more questions, let's get them popped up there and we can answer them. We got 77 people, 53 thumbs up. Thank you guys, and thanks for watching those ads, guys. That for you guys that do watch the ads, thank you. That does help. John Fetchko, after 3 trips to the Philippines, have decided to stay in Florida. My condo paid off. Weather almost the same. I am 77. Big reason to stay here. Yeah, for some people, I can understand why some people want to stay back in the States if you have everything paid off. That's great, but I think you still save a lot over here on food prices, even on health insurance, and I think Michael Onstadt would agree with me on that. John living in the Philippines. Hell, I'm late again. Yeah, really late. We're about to end pretty soon. Leonard Marlin, Homesteader, come here and travel to see where you want to live and keep my duplex back in Florida to stay at every year. Um, family and friends. To visit family and friends, I think it says. It's hard for me to read that. Yeah, to visit family and friends. All right, let's see. We got 79 people on board now. A couple people joining late, coming late to the party. But anyway, guys, this this week here we're gonna have a few vlogs I'm putting out, and then I'm going on vacation. So next weekend, let me get the calendar here. Next weekend, we will not be on, okay? Because I'll be on vacation. Unless I might try, okay? So you might see me pop up if I have enough um, Wi-Fi and the Wi-Fi works good. I might try to do a live stream from there next on that Saturday. Okay, that's the first Saturday of July. Okay, so I'm gonna try. So you can tune in on me. Probably won't have a lot of people watching because of the fact that everybody will think I'm on vacation. I'm not gonna try. I am gonna try, but I can't guarantee you that we will be able to be on that night. So if I'm not on, it's because the Wi-Fi wasn't good enough. I'm going to be staying in a decent resort there, so we should be able to go live. Hopefully, we'll see. Um, let's see. Everybody's talking on here fast now. Let's see. John Babcock, your mission is to find food cooked inside a bamboo stock and try it. Rhino in the Philippines says you save a lot on not paying a tax on everything you buy. Also, Michael L says enjoy your vacay. Steve, tell us all. I'll be doing streams from Sikihor if I can upload them properly. Tom BKK, thanks, Steve. Have a nice vacation. Tell us all about Sikihor. I will. Gib King, thanks for the input, everyone. God bless. Have a good night. Thank you, guys. So we'll see you on the regular vlog this week, guys, and I will be on vacation sometime after towards the end of this week. So I'm gonna get out a few vlogs probably tomorrow and the next day. And then I'll be disappearing for a couple of days, and I'll be back up once I hit Sikihor. But anyway, guys, God bless. Thank you to Michael, and thank you to Sinfuls for really helping out tonight, because that was a huge help with these guys that were being idiots. But thanks, guys. God bless. Take care.